Welcome back everyone, New Mutator here, and I'm going to be casting game number 3 in the Winter Series 2013 Finals. It is Dantski versus Giant Killer General, and so far the series is tied at 1 game apiece. This is an odd map. Now, the first 2 maps I've played, but this map I'm not sure if I've ever played. This is Myopia, is the name of this map, and there's these interesting portal things, and it's really weird. Nobody knows if they work or not. Do the portals work, or portals don't work, right? I think they do. They might, but ignore them. They are buggy, so so it's kind of curious to see like what happens with this. It's captured the flag, so that's interesting. What's weird is this is the finals for a major tournament, and they're using this map that's kind of buggy supposedly. So I don't know. I think we should get to the bottom of this. But capture the flag is pretty cool. The map looks pretty cool in terms of colors, and then this center area it looks like a freaking what do you call it? Obstacle course or minefield or something. But yeah, so the way that this is gonna work is probably get some pus for these goals. Maybe maybe move these whites behind your team, blow them up with the morts, and maybe pick up the pieces with the goals is what I'm thinking. Use these Thrall elites for defense, and maybe the fast berserks with the forest giants for offense, with maybe one of these guys on defense, one on offense. I'm not really sure. Maybe both on defense. Really curious to see how they're gonna how Giant Killer General is gonna decide to split this up, and what strategy he's gonna work on. Yeah, so Kruniak again with the Giants here. Browning actually with one, Kruniak with the other, and yeah, this makes sense to split them up since Forest Giants are susceptible to pus. Adrenaline with one, Merc with the other. That makes sense also. Not a lot of Thrall elites here for Dantski's team. They're gonna go heavy on the berserks. A couple of Solus here to focus down the Forest Giants, but Solus not very good against Forest Giants, it seems. And really heavy on the mortars, so that's curious. I'm really not sure if that's gonna work out, since Forest Giants can just get up close and slap the mortar dwarves, and if there's not a lot of defense to back them up, it's not going to work out really well. And actually very few pus here, so only 1, 2 whites here for Dantski that they're going to pop manually, presumably for their goals. So we can see here not a lot of goals, so I think getting a lot of goals is actually probably pretty good for Giant Killer General's team, because the opposing team just they're not going to know if they're carrying pus or not, and they're going to just play defensively regardless. So Forest Giant's pretty good. They can walk over impassable terrain, so that makes them probably the most overpowered best unit there is. Yeah, so we can see here these whites just popping themselves here, and that was pretty close. Seeing if there's any hopefully who is that? That was Paladise. Hopefully if there's any big pieces. Doesn't look like there is. But they know how many whites each other popped. And it doesn't look like anybody got any big pieces here. So I'm sorry, Dantski's team, it's the same color as Paladise, really, or really close. Paladise's color is a little bit more like this, I think. I'm really curious to see how this works out, because I think Dantski's team is spreading out across the map, and Giant Killer General's team is basically focused in like 2 areas. That area there, and this well, I guess 3 areas now, and then this area here. And Dantski's team is here, they're here, and then they're here also. So it's going to be interesting, because I don't know. Oh, unfortunate dud there. Looks like Paladise is going to press. He might be able to get this kill on K-Size if K-Size isn't careful. I don't know why K-Size is working on these Thrall. He should be working on the On the mortar, for instance. Oh, some friendly fire there from Paladise. So this is where the most of the action is right now, as some players are going to be falling back. Oh, another horrible dud, doing some pretty bad damage there to their own team. So Dantski basically losing one of their Forest Giants early, as Adrenaline picks up that kill, and he's going to just slice and dice through these berserks, as Forest Giants are way overpowered, like not even funny. It's not even funny how overpowered they are. Yeah, we can see here, like, Adrenaline just able to basically take out this entire flank single-handedly, essentially. You know, they're going to lose some units here and there, but, yep, boom. Just takes out that entire flank by himself. And he's going to basically triangulate on, it looks like Kruniak here. And Kruniak, oh, that was kind of a bad pus throw. There wasn't anybody there for him to throw that at. So that it looked to be like a control click, and he just kind of left it and forgot about it, like it wasn't in position to do anything. So pretty nice flank here to basically stop this from moving in on the flag, and I think it's going to work. I think this is actually going to work. So I think losing that, I think Browning losing that Forest Giant early really hurt, but also getting the, and yeah, there's so many pus goals, it's ridiculous. So Kruniak is going to have a heck of a time here.
Contested.
He's going to lose that, no problem. And yeah, this is a really fast game. This was a really quick game, and actually looks like Adrenaline was able to lose that, so that was interesting. But there's just enough here to take the flag.
Flag captured.
And that's that. So really, this thrall wall, not a bad choice. Now that I've seen this game play out, this is actually an interesting choice. As long as you can retain that advantage with the Forest Giants, as long as you're not behind with Forest Giants and stuff, and you can press on them and basically, basically keep their mortar dwarves at minimal usefulness. The thrall wall is actually really good, as they're a lot better than regular thrall. These are thrall elites, which was a I'm guessing it's a Bungie unit that was never used, but I'm not really sure. Basically you can keep them from trying to run around you. Looks like there was a unit trying to make it through the mid here, but yeah, I don't think they were going to get to the flag in time. And even if they did, there's too much thrall there. So the thrall actually doing a pretty good job. Also too, one of the features of a thrall wall is that you can press on a position, get them out of position, and then move in with faster units from a different angle, from a different direction. Or even just through the thrall wall, like if they're spaced apart like this, units can run through them. And so just a really good strategic choice there, I think, for Giant Killer General. Kind of a nice approach to this game. So yeah, Giant Killer General able to take this win with ease. Basically his team Adrenaline basically doing that 181 damage. What a beast. 26 kills there. So you can see just how overpowered Forest Giants actually are. Kruniak only 23 damage for him. Browning 6 damage. So what a disappointment there for Dantski's team. Like I'm sure that they hoped that they would have done better, but I don't think Dantski realized just how crazy Giant Killer General was going to get with these whites, getting basically maximum maximum goals whites for his goals there, and throwing a ton of even if you don't get a lot of big pus, if you have a ton of small pus to throw, that gives you a significant advantage. So his team just wasn't able to hold up to that, and actually he did pretty okay for himself, 74 damage, and Master Chief with 85. I think Master Chief and K-Size doing the best for his team here. Dantski would have done really well, except he had 28 losses, so I think that was the entire flag defense there. But 74 damage was probably taking out Adrenaline's Forest Giant, as they're so overpowered. And yeah, who else? Let's see. Looks like Punk User did absolutely nothing. He must have had flag defense for his team. Let me see here. Flag defense, not offense. Yeah. Nope, Giant Killer General had the defense. What did Punk User even have? Did he have the Thrall Wall? No, that was DAC or DAC. Punk User had these units here, but I don't know. Didn't really see a whole lot of action, I guess. That's pretty curious. And DAC actually with a lot of negative damage, so that's pretty curious. But even with that, I mean, the rest of his team, Paladdice, he didn't do so well. Uh, Evil Jake, he got pretty okay damage, but he didn't do so well either. But basically, I don't know. Giant Killer General was able to do pretty well, which is not all that surprising. But the Forest Giants were able to basically carry the team. And then, yeah. So I think K-Size and Master Chief, they had like, I want to say they had some mortars, and they did pretty well in blunting that attack, but they were just no match for those Forest Giants. And that's basically, this game is just all about the Forest Giants. Whenever any map features Forest Giants, it's basically all about the Forest Giants, in my experience. But let me know what you think about that. Yeah, this is going to be game number 3 so far. Giant Killer General's up 2-1 as we move into game number 4 and see what happens here in the finals for the Winter Series. Thanks for joining me, everyone. We'll see you in the next game.
Team eliminated. Game over.